That's what's possible for you if you just fucking commit, if you go all in, if you dig deep and figure out what's really going to drive you every single day. Because guess what? Like I said, there's going to be lots of uncomfortable shit that you don't want to do, shit that you suck at, and shit that you're going to suck at for a while. But guess what? It's all going to be worth it. Because what's the other option? Keep going down the path you're on, keep struggling, keep staying where you're at, letting shit get worse, or fucking becoming a better man, stepping it up, doing stuff that you might suck at in the beginning, but that pretty soon you're going to be good at. Pretty soon you're going to be making a lot more income. Pretty soon you're going to be changing more lives. Pretty soon you're going to be impacting your family's lives differently. Pretty soon you're going to be living your best life. That's what's possible for you if you go all in and you commit. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about our why. You hear that a lot when people set goals or they want to achieve big things or want to do new things with their life. Follow your why. That's all you need, and you'll accomplish your goal if you have a strong enough why. Well, I'm here to tell you, and I think a little bit differently about this. I think that a lot of what you say is your why right now is bullshit. You say you want to do these different things with your life. You say you want to accomplish these goals, and maybe it is for your kids. You say, I want to be a good role model for my kid. I want to be healthy for my kid. But you're not doing anything about it. You're not taking action on your goals. So I'm a big believer that, a lot of people say this stuff. It sounds nice. It sounds pretty. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my loved ones. But are you really? And I want to really challenge you on that, because sometimes just saying it isn't enough. Of course, we need to take action on it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I fucking hated being broke so bad. I hated being overweight, unhealthy, and all this stuff. I had such a deep pain, such internal, pressure to make a change. Like I had just got broken up, left, I was at one of the worst places in my life. I had to go live with some guy I didn't want to live with because I couldn't even afford to pay rent. I was that broke, and I was just at my breaking point where I knew I had to make a change. So it would have been nice to say I'm doing it for my relationship and my family and all this and stuff, but I had to do it for me. I had to quit the bullshit. And sometimes I believe that can be our best internal driver, because, you say you want to be healthy for your kids, or you say you want to make more money. You want to do all this stuff for your kids or your family or for someone else. But sometimes that's not what is really going to drive us. And when we talk about setting a new goal, when we talk about achieving a new goal, we have to have something that's going to drive us, because I'm a big believer that motivation is bullshit. We're not going to be 100% motivated all the time, every day, consistently. It's just not the case. Some days you might wake up and feel motivated and feel great and want to do things, but there's going to be lots of days when you're not feeling motivated, when you don't feel like it, that you still have to show up. So if you could have a strong enough drive inside to get out of your situation, and that's what I don't get either. Like I hated being in that situation so much that I would have done anything to make a change. And I did. I had to piece together credit cards to invest in myself. I had to wake up earlier at 5 a.m. and stuff that I've never done before. I was sleeping until, 9 o'clock, no ambition, no goals, didn't know what I wanted to do, but I just knew I needed to do something differently. And for lots of you that need to make a change, that, you want to do different stuff with your life, you have to start doing stuff differently. And guess what? It's going to be uncomfortable in the beginning, and you're not going to feel like it. And you're going to not want to do it consistently and over again. But that's the only way you're going to change your situation. You cannot just keep doing the same stuff over and over. That's going to keep getting you the same result. And the people you're hanging out with, your friends, your family, they're going to keep you the same as well. They're probably not pushing you to new levels. So it's up to you to make these changes. And the whole reason I bring this up is I want you to dig deep. And maybe it's going to be painful. And maybe you have to sit down and write some things. Maybe you have to look at yourself in the mirror with no clothes on and really ask yourself, are you fed up with this situation? Because I believe when you have a fire in your belly, when you have a chip on your shoulder, when you are so pissed off and just pain and just such unhappy with your situation, you'll do whatever it takes to figure it out. And that's the mindset I have now too. I'm going to keep on figuring out. I don't care what happens in my business, in my fitness, like whatever. I just have that mindset and know that I'm going to keep figuring it out, because I've came from, zero, struggling, all this stuff to where I am now. So I have such a belief in myself now that I'm going to keep on going and keep on grinding. So you have to install that mindset of you're going to do whatever it takes. But sometimes you don't realize how bad it is. And I talk to lots of people that, of course, they want to lose weight. They want to get healthy for their family, for their kids. But here's what you don't get. If you are 20 pounds overweight and you keep going down this path and not doing anything about it, pretty soon it could be a 30. Pretty soon you're pre-diabetic. Then next thing you're diabetic. Then you have this, and this, and it keeps stacking. So the cost of inaction is always going to be worse than you actually stepping outside of your comfort zone. So sometimes, when I'm on these calls with guys too, I have to actually call them on their bullshit, and I have to help you realize that you at your situation right now is nowhere close to where you can be. You want to be that role model. You want to look, you look good and all that stuff, but it's what's going to really drive you. Is it that you just are so embarrassed that you can't even, like, people, when you go to the beach, you can't even take off your shirt. When you're around coworkers or the way you're close fit, you're just so embarrassed. Like, sometimes that's enough to make a change. Like, how long do you want to keep going down this path of just being embarrassed or not feeling your best, not looking your best, and being okay with that? Because I guarantee you, I've worked with lots of people who have gotten really good shape. And when you get to that new spot in your life, when you're actually happy with what you see every single day, how do you think you're going to feel every single day? The energy, the productivity, the confidence you're going to have of looking your best. So instead of just thinking about how hard it's going to be, or it's a step outside of your comfort zone, or now you got to put in a little bit of work or put down the fucking cheeseburger here and there, like, I want you to think about what's going to be on the other side of it for you, because you've been living this way for how long? Months, years, at this weight, at this level of income. Like, you need to start making changes. But if we have a strong, motivation or a strong reason why we want to accomplish it, and start thinking about what's really possible. I mean, how much would it change your life if you got in the best shape of your life? If you felt rock solid confidence every day, if you had hundreds of thousands of dollars and just had all this money, like, how much would that impact your life? So instead of just, thinking about wanting to make a change, like, let's actually execute on it and let's do it. And the reason I bring a lot of this up too is because I work with lots of these guys that say they want to get in better shape. You say you want to get in better shape. You say you want to make more money, and maybe you'll hire a coach. Maybe you'll hire me. You'll have a plan, but then you won't execute on it. Like, what the fuck? Oh, because it's a step outside of your comfort zone, because it's going to take some new things that you don't want to do, or maybe that's uncomfortable in the beginning. But I'll tell you what's even more uncomfortable? Staying in your situation, waking up every day feeling like that, waking up every day barely being able to pay the bills. You know how I know that? Because I went through all that same shit. I struggled every day with my relationship, always fighting over money. I had to go live with someone, that I didn't want to live with. I struggled with, just being embarrassed. Like, how embarrassing is that to get kicked out, by your own girlfriend or, the person you love, and just because you can't pay the bills? Like, that's all on me. And I take 100% responsibility for that. But then at the same time, I was determined to do whatever it took. So it's a lot more painful to stay in that situation, I believe. And that's why I was determined. Okay, I've never woken up at 5 a.m. ever before, but I'm going to start doing it, because that's going to give me an hour every single day now to work on myself before I go to work or before I do anything else. Now, just imagine that stacked over time, what you can achieve. Maybe you're going to get a workout done for the first time. You're going to knock it out first thing in the morning. Maybe you're going to start building some new skill sets, start doing something for you so you can start changing your life. And most of the time, you have to start developing new routines. You're not used to studying, or you're not used to working on these skills, or you're not used to waking up this early, but it can be done if you have a strong enough motivation and reason why you want to change this. And why would you not? Why would you not want to live your best life, making great money, feeling your best, looking your best, having the women of your dreams, like having the life of your dreams? That's what's possible if you just have a plan and you actually execute on it. But that's the biggest thing. I see people all the time that they say they want one thing, and maybe, it's for a certain reason, but then when it comes time to executing, you won't even execute. You won't stay consistent. I see these guys that they'll buy a new plan, they want these fad diets, or they'll try stuff for a week or 2 weeks or a month. Look what happens every single New Year's. People start, this is going to be the year I'm going to lose weight. And then what happens? A month later, 3 months later, I'll start next Monday, next month. And we're in the same exact situation because you can't stay consistent. So the biggest thing is you have to fucking really dig deep on why this is so important to you, and make this and make that promise to yourself that you're not doing it for nobody else, that you're going to do it for you. Because guess what? If you do it for you, if you make that commitment to yourself, if you honor those promises and honor your own word, be a man of your fucking word. Like, if you say you're going to do something, do it. You say you're going to lose this weight, do it. You say you're going to accomplish this goal with your finances, or you want to accomplish this goal, do it, and do what it takes to get there. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start building confidence in yourself. You're going to start building trust in yourself that when you say something, you're going to actually go all in and you're going to commit to it. And that's how I've been able to keep growing my life and stuff too, because I know that now I've proven that over the last 3-4 years, how I've changed my life, that I know if I set my goal to something else and I say I'm going to do this next, Well, guess what? That's exactly what happens. And now I have such a deep rooted, motivation that because I've came from a point of struggling so much, I want to be as far away from that as fucking possible. I want to make as much money so I never have to worry about that again. I want to be in the best shape so I never have to worry about health problems or any of that, because I've seen what that life is like. I've been there before, struggled with all kinds of gastrointestinal problems like gagging and just all this. I had to get my tonsils removed, like all this shit because I ate like shit, because I drank. Like I've already went down that path. I've experienced some of that myself, like I said, with all my finances and stuff. So I've already experienced that. So now I want to be as far away from that as I possibly can. So I'm just going to keep on taking my life and my goals into the next level. And if we have that belief in ourselves, and if we have that mindset, that never satisfied mindset, that 1% better mindset that I practice and that I preach and that I like to tell lots of you guys, what do you think is going to happen in your life 1 year from now, 5 years from now? Like, how much better is your life going to be if you keep working on yourself every single day, every single month? Like, obviously, hey, you're here, you're listening to this podcast. That's a great first step. Now, let's actually execute on this as well. Take in new information, learn new things, but then also start executing on it, start staying consistent. And that's how you can really take your life to the next levels. And the real reason I'm hitting on this is because I know that where you're at right now is nowhere near your full potential. In fact, I'm not even at my full potential, but it's until someone actually helps you realize that you're not good enough right now. You're not at your best right now. You could be doing a lot better. How do I know? Because like I said, I've done the same thing for my life. I help lots of guys build their businesses, build their fitness, and I know that what's possible for you on the other side. And then once you get there, okay, now let's get there to the next level. I've helped lots of guys lose 20, 50, even 70, 100 pounds. Okay, well, what's next? We're not just going to stay there. We're not going to stay comfortable. Great, man. I'm proud of you. Well, let's keep it going. Let's take your life to the next level. I've seen lots of guys. Okay, well, damn, you lost 70 pounds. Now you're not going to stop till you get abs. Okay, well, now you're building a business. Now you're building a whole different side hustle. You're improving your life in so much areas. And I've seen this happen with lots of my clients. That's what can happen when you build something inside you where you actually show up. And that's why I'm a big fan of you taking care of your fitness first, because when you learn to show up even on the days when you're tired, when you don't feel like it, you're going to translate that into all the other areas of your life as well. And I see lots of the guys that go through my programs and stuff get in really good shape, and now they want to start doing more with their lives. They realize that, damn, if I can do that and I've accomplished this goal, what else can I do? And that's the same mindset that I've gone through and the same belief I have, because I was at that point as well. And so I want you to keep pushing your life to the next level and get rid of your excuses. But sometimes you need someone to call you out on your bullshit. Sometimes you need someone to show you a different direction, to show you that your excuses aren't good enough. The only one you're fooling is yourself. Your excuses are bullshit. Oh, you don't have enough time. You don't have enough energy. You have all this going on. Well, guess what? I know people busier than you succeeding a lot more than you as well. So it's not your excuses. It's not how busy your family, your work life is. I don't care. If it's that important to you, you'll find a way to get it done. So I want you to really dig deep and ask yourself, why is this so important to you? Because whatever you're using as your motivation, as your why right now, if you're seeing great results with it, okay, then maybe that is a strong motivation for you. Maybe you do have health problems right now and you do realize you want to get off these meds so you can be around to walk your daughter down the aisle, or so you can be healthy for them. Or maybe you're just tired of looking like shit, feeling like shit, and you're done with that. And then maybe that's driving you. But if you're at a position right now where you're just staying comfortable, where you're in the same situation, you haven't done anything new, your life stayed the same, your fitness has stayed the same the last months and months and months, your income stayed the same the last months and months and months. Well, guess what? You need something new to stimulate you. You need to step outside of your comfort zone so you can start getting a different result. Why are you staying comfortable there with that body, with that income, when you could be doing a lot more? So that's what I want you to realize. Like, if you have a strong why right now, well, that's great. But sometimes I believe a lot of the reasons that you say are motivating you, a lot of the reasons that you say this is why you want to do this is why you want to accomplish this, are bullshit, because your actions are showing different. Your actions are showing difference. You say you want one thing, but you're doing another. So right now, your motivation isn't good enough. So you have to figure out and dig deep. Why is this so important to you? Do you want to keep going down the same path, or do you want to go down a different path and get a different result? Because that's the two choices we have every single morning. We can keep going down the same path over and over, keep doing the same stuff, and we're going to keep getting that same exact result. So if you look at your life the last 1 month, 3 months, and everything you've been doing, is that taking you closer towards your goals? Or are you staying exactly the same? Are you making the same income every single year? Are you staying exactly the same? Well, if that's the case, you need to make a switch and go down a different path. Start surrounding yourself with different people. Start stepping outside of your comfort zone. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to do stuff differently. You're so comfortable there. But I'm telling you what, comfort is also another word for complacency. And when you're complacent, that means you're stagnant. And lots of times when you're stagnant, you're not growing, you're not improving your life. But that's what can lead us down a bad path where we start turning towards negative stuff, vices, stuff that brings us down because we're not striving for anything. As men, we're driven by purpose. So when we have new goals we're setting every single year, when we're achieving new things, when we're working on new things, we're going to feel good. We're going to feel motivated. And that's why we can be so driven to do so much with our lives if we're always working on different goals. But what's that going to require? That's going to require you taking your life to the next level, you stepping it up, you learning new skills. And I'll tell you what, man, when I first started in business, I had no idea how to do a sales call. I was so nervous and reading off a script and shaking and all that shit. And it was a step outside of my comfort zone. When I did this first podcast, you can look back to my first podcast, and you'll see like, oh, damn, it was my first time talking for 15, 20 minutes or whatever it was. And it's a step outside of my comfort zone. But I knew I had to do the work required to accomplish the goal. But I also know at the same time, I have to step outside of my comfort zone because that's what's going to help me grow. And when I do something enough times over and over and over again, what do you think is going to happen? You're only going to get better and better. Now I feel like I'm great on sales. Now my podcasts are getting better and better. I'm getting used to talking more and more. So whatever skills that you have, even if you suck right now, if you just do it over and over and over again, you're going to keep getting better. You think some of the best professional athletes were like that, born like that? You think some of these highly successful people were born like that? No, they had to learn the skills and go through the reps over and over and over. Just like in your fitness, you're not going to get in shape in one day. It might be hard one day. The first day, it's going to suck. You're going to struggle. But what's going to happen over months and months? Like, damn, now you're getting stronger. Now you're able to lift more weights. Now you're seeing your body change. So it's what you do that's compounded over time that really matters. So I want you to be okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone and being okay with sucking in the beginning. Like, hey, that's the only reason you're going to grow. But you'll look back in 3 months or 6 months and a year and be like, damn, look at where I am now because I got started. So I want to really install that inside you because that's what's been one of the best things for me that's changed my life too. Like I had lots of the stuff I'm doing now, like I sucked at in the very beginning, but I'm where I'm at now because I just went through the reps and I don't care what anybody says. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care how bad I sucked. I just know that if I do it long enough, I'm going to get good at it. And when you have that, and that's why I want you to show up even when you don't feel like it, even when you're not motivated, because it's building the reps. It's building the reps. And pretty soon you get better at it. You learn what to do. You learn what not to do because you actually got the experience and you got to the reps, and you can excel in anything in your life if you just put enough time into it and stay consistent. So if you have these goals you're working on right now, I want you to be okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone, with doing shit differently. Because like I said, you have to get to a point in your life where you're just so unsatisfied, so unhappy, and just realize that you can do so much better. Like look at the people you're surrounding yourself with. Are they at your level? Are they below your level? Because I'll tell you what, when you start surrounding yourself with people that are really successful, making lots of money, you're going to realize that where you're at right now ain't shit. The amount of money you're making, your body, it ain't shit. You could be doing so much better with your lives. So sometimes you need to up level. Sometimes you need to surround yourself with these people to realize like, oh, damn, like I thought I was making good money. I'm barely making shit. I need to step it up. And that's why I surround myself with very successful millionaires and stuff, killing it, because it's like, damn, that's what's pushing me to the next level and to the next level. And I want to do big things with my life. Okay, I remember back in the day setting that first, 10K a month, goal, and that was going to be life changing. Then I hit that. I'm like, okay, what's next? 20K, what's next? But it's because I've constantly plugged into people that are very successful, people that are doing more than me. And that's how we can get to the next level in our lives as well. So if you're comfortable right now, maybe you need to start surrounding yourself with different people. Maybe you need to invest a little bit of money so you can start, surrounding yourself with winners, because people that are really successful, they're gonna challenge you and they're gonna push you to new levels, and they're gonna show you that like, hey, what you're doing right now isn't shit. That's nothing. That's barely anything. You can be doing a lot better for you, and that's the power of having coaches, of having mentors and stuff to show you a proven roadmap. Also, lots of times when you try to figure out stuff on your own, it can be hard. You don't know where to start. That's why I do all this stuff and join these programs, because I'd rather follow a roadmap and have someone show me the exact path to get there than me try to figure it out on my own. Whether it's fitness or business, you should be doing the same thing. I see lots of people fail in their fitness journeys because you're trying to figure it out on your own. Do you work on your own car, or do you take it to a shop and have a professional do it? Probably a professional, right? So same thing with your body. If you don't know how to get yourself in shape, you should hire someone, or you should figure out someone that can give you a roadmap to actually get in shape. If you don't know how to build a business, if you don't come from a background where you actually know how to build a business, well, there's plenty of people out there that can show you how to build your business, build a side hustle, whatever niche you're in, whatever area you're in. There's people out there that have succeeded with it. So find someone that you can follow their roadmap, and you're going to get there a lot quicker. But like I said, none of that's going to work if you don't follow through. None of that's going to work if you don't execute on it. So you have to be okay with so you have to make that decision in your life that you're serious about this, that you're committed. But I want you to think about why you're committed. Why are you making this change? Oh, is that why? Well, why that? And really dig deep and ask yourself. And I've went through the same exact exercise myself. And that's how I know that, like, damn, what I thought was driving me wasn't, and if we can get crystal clear on what's driving me. And now it's like, I just know that my life right now, that because of the stuff I struggled with to where I'm at now, I want to be so far from that. But I also want to impact lots of lives as well, because I feel that I owe it to of course, lots of people have impacted my lives and changed my life and improved my life. So I feel like I want to have a huge impact, in this world. I want to do events and big masterminds and all that stuff and, change lots of people's lives as well. So I feel like I owe it to not only myself to become the best version of myself, to be really successful, but to show others how to do it as well. So I have a strong motivation and why every single day, and why I'm constantly investing in new programs to learn all I can about my exact programs, to be the best fucking coach in weight loss, to be the best business coach, to grow my business from 0 to millions, and then show lots of other people how they can do the same, and how you can be that guy that was struggling, that got kicked out, that was living paycheck to paycheck and broke and overweight, and completely changing your life and be a multimillionaire. Like that's the transformation that I'm going through, and that I want to help lots of people with as well. So like I said, and of course, like, I've realized that over time. So if you can really dig deep into why you want to make these changes, but then also what's possible for you. Like, so much of you have that limited mindset. You don't even know what's possible for you. You think, oh, 10K a month would be nice, but it's like, that's barely anything. But you don't feel like that way until you start surrounding yourself with people that are, doing 10K a day, and it's just like, oh, damn, that's what's possible though for you if you go down that path, if you hire these mentors, these coaches, if you surround yourself with these people and plug into a new group of people that are way above you. That's how you can really scale too. So I say a lot of this to you to motivate you, to inspire you, but also I want you to achieve your goals. Like, I hear lots of people in my field, and I see lots of people on social media, lots of people doing the same things and not succeeding. But then I look and it's like, well, you're just not consistent. And one of the biggest things that I always say, even to my people, is half-ass efforts is going to get you half-ass results. So if you're only putting in half-ass efforts with maybe you're working out, but you're not paying attention to your nutrition, how do you expect to get the results? You say you want to grow a business, but you're not doing anything to grow your skill sets. You're not posting, you're not reaching out to people. How do you expect to grow your business? You're not. And that's the fact with anything. If you want these results, you have to go all in on it. And I'll tell you, one of the best quotes that I ever heard as well, especially if you say you are doing it for your family. Oh, you want to change your family's lives. You want to be the first millionaire in your family. You want to change your kids' lives. Maybe you just want to, have a better life, treat your wife, go on nice vacations, do stuff like that. But one of the best quotes I ever heard was, if you're lazy, that's disrespectful to the people that believe in you. Because guess what? Your family believes in you. You're taking these chances. Maybe you are stepping outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you're taking some risks. Maybe it's uncomfortable. Like, hey, you need to be that man and show up and be like, hey, I got this. We're going to figure this out. And you need to step into that role and lead and show your family, hey, these are the actions I'm taking every single day to grow my business. This is what I'm doing. This is how far I've came. And actually prove it to your family that you got this, that you're going to figure it out. Because if you are that dad, or you're that man and that husband that say, oh, you want to do these things, you want to accomplish these goals, but you're on the couch every day, you're sleeping in, you're taking weeks and weeks off, you're just half-assed consistently, like, that's disrespectful to the people that believe in you. Your wife, your kids, like, they're counting on you to improve your situation. All these people are relying on you, and you're not doing shit. You're half-assed committing these half-assed efforts. You're a half-assed man right now. You need to be doing more and step into this role and take 100% responsibility and change your whole fucking life. Live your best life, the income you want, the body you want. That's what's possible for you if you just fucking commit. If you go all in, if you dig deep and figure out what's really going to drive you every single day. Because guess what? Like I said, there's going to be lots of uncomfortable shit that you don't want to do, shit that you suck at, and shit that you're going to suck at for a while. But guess what? It's all going to be worth it. Because what's the other option? Keep going down the path you're on, keep struggling, keep staying where you're at, letting shit get worse, or fucking becoming a better man, stepping it up, doing stuff that you might suck at in the beginning, but that pretty soon you're going to be good at. Pretty soon you're going to be making a lot more income. Pretty soon you're going to be changing more lives. Pretty soon you're going to be impacting your family's lives differently. Pretty soon you're going to be living your best life. That's what's possible for you if you go all in and you commit. So with that being said, no more half-assed efforts, no more talking about it, no more saying you want one thing and doing another. It's time to step into this. Take fucking action. Get help if you need. Get structure. Do whatever it takes to get your life to the next level, because it's always going to be worth it. Life gets better when you do 1% better every single day. That's how we do it. Let's fucking go.